Hi Gemini, I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a weekly tarot reading for the week of September 21st to the 27th. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to thank all of my new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And if you haven't yet, please do hit that subscribe button for me. And I more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments. So head on down below and do just that. And while you are down there, you will see all the information you need to book a personal reading with myself. So just shoot me an email and I'll get that started for you. And on the most important note, I meditated on your energy before beginning this reading. And the message that came through, my friend, was keeping it real. Love it. Keeping it real. As you should. Let's get started by pulling you a message or two from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle deck. What do we have for Gemini to get this weekly reading started? Too many? We got 3. Very interesting. A lot of the weekly reads this week are receiving 3, which is unusual. Empower yourself. Tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be strong, beautiful, excuse me. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you are capable of being. Allow for yourself this week to believe in yourself as an individual. And whatever you're facing this week, whatever is making you feel like keeping it real, realize that you can face it with the utmost confidence and grace. Life isn't easy, but if you empower yourself and, again, approach it with whatever situation you're facing with confidence and grace, then you're golden. And then childlike devotion. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Yes. This is reminding you that you have so many talents, Gemini. I feel like at times you do kind of forget it. And you forget that you don't have to just do one thing in life. If you feel like your day-to-day job is just one of your many tasks, one of your many skill sets that you could be putting to use, then expand, allow yourself to put more than one skill set to work. And it reminds you to kind of take a childlike view on your life, on what you approach, on the situations you're dealing with. And in the sense that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. The possibilities are endless. When you think about a child and the way they think about, when I grow up, I want to be this. When I grow up, I want to be this. And even if it may be unrealistic or crazy, they still think it's possible. So they're telling you at this time to get into that mindset where you could believe whatever you want to become or achieve in this lifetime can be done. And then enjoy the journey. Stay present and flexible. Many changes are going on for you and are around you. These changes are not only good, but necessary. Bring your awareness into the now rather than focusing on the past or the future. Absolutely. So this is on one note reminding you very much so to stay present and to stop yourself from drifting to the past or drifting to the future, which just causes stress and anxiety. It also is reminding you that what the changes that are going on around you and within you as well are both amazingly beneficial to your life as a whole, but as well, they are just necessary. So make sure you're realizing that these changes are most definitely for your benefit, and don't think that they are just challenges or bumps in the road, because there's more to it than that. Excellent. Let's continue. I want to pull 7 tarot cards, one for each day of this upcoming week. And do some shuffling first, of course. One more shuffle. Alrighty, Spirit, what do we have for Gemini to continue this weekly read? Please and thank you. Keep them coming for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. For Gemini. They're saying just pull the last 3. Alrighty, my friend. Starting off. They were just telling me that should have been turned face up. All right. The Hangman for Monday. Monday's going to be a day very much so where the feeling in the air is about you changing your perspective and changing the way you view things. Maybe changing the way you're viewing the situation that could be a bit confrontational or a bit annoying. They're saying nobody's perfect, and that's something you need to remind yourself, especially in the beginning of the week. And that includes you. You can most definitely handle whatever you're facing this week, but at the same time, to be stubborn, and because it's interesting that it was in reverse, which speaks upon, not wanting to change your mindset and not wanting to view things differently. And then they maybe turn it upright, which may be the case that in the beginning of the day you do kind of feel a bit stubborn, but then as you continue throughout the day, you decide to maybe see things a bit differently, which could be most definitely beneficial. Allowing yourself to see whatever situation it is from the other person's perspective, or the group of people. Excuse my stomach if you could hear that. And this can allow you to see it from their perspective, like I was just saying. We'll leave it at that. Tuesday rolls around, we have the Hierophant. It's time for you, Gemini, to start heading down your ideal path if you feel like you haven't yet, your destined path. That's what this card is all about. I mean, if you look at it, he is ecstatic. He's so happy. And I feel like you will be feeling happy on Tuesday. I mean, maybe it's because you found some sort of resolution. Maybe your adjustment of your perspective and way of seeing things definitely helps you feel a bit happier. But there's also a message from this card saying, don't get distracted, because you see how he is happy, but he's facing forward and he's not realizing the path that's right there. In this case, it's behind him, but don't think it's anything to do with your past. It's about your future. So yeah, keep looking forward, but at the same time, he's not realizing that these stairs, which symbolizes his destined path, are right there. So all you have to do is, take a look at it and then start heading down that path for yourself. And this could be achieving a certain goal of yours that you've been thinking about, or putting an idea into action, or it could be, switching things up slightly. Could be making a significant physical move in your life to a new residence. Very interesting. Could be pursuing a new skill set, I believe we were talking about in the beginning. And then we have the King of Pentacles for Wednesday. Wednesday rolls around, you're going to be feeling so financially stable for a lot of you. Or at the very least, this is your mindset. You'll be more so sitting in your power and allowing yourself to feel at ease about where things are heading and where you're going. And it most definitely, I feel like for a lot of you, it's because you decide to start heading down this path that you're meant to. And then we have the Page of Cups. Ooh, and another message coming from the King of Pentacles. You're being guided, my friend. You're being protected. That's what this wolf or dog is symbolizing. Don't forget for a second that the universe and spirit has your back. So the Page of Cups coming out for Thursday. You may feel a bit spacey when Thursday rolls around. You might feel a bit in your head, you know. You may start drifting to the past or very much so the future. And where was it? Yep, the Enjoy the Journey card was reminding you, rather than focusing on the past or future, bring your awareness to the now, to the present. Yeah, you might be feeling a bit dreamy and a bit spacey, but when you drift off, make sure you're thinking about positive things. You know, it may be hard to keep yourself present this day, but dream of what's possible. Don't dream of what happened that made you feel wounded, or what made you feel a bit broken. A lot of you, I feel like, do have that part of you that you don't like to talk about very often, but it is what it is, that bit of a wounded warrior side. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles for Friday. When Friday rolls around, I feel like you're going to be feeling much more creative than the rest of the week that's already happened. I feel like you will start to pursue an idea that you've had, or at the very least, you will continue to work on something that makes you feel alive and creative and successful in your own individual way, which is beautiful. And I feel like this is part of you keeping it real this week. You not only keeping it real in whatever potential situation you're dealing with somebody else or a group of people, but you're also keeping it real with being who you are and who you're becoming, or who you've discovered you are recently. Allowing yourself to forget about other opinions and the way other people live their lives, or the way society thinks you should be. And allowing yourself to buckle down and do what makes you feel alive and what makes you feel right and what makes you feel creative and in your own energy field. That's amazing and powerful. You need to try and do this more often, because this way of being makes you feel whole and makes you feel like you. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, if you will, for Saturday. Your luck is changing, my friend. Your way of being is changing as well. It feels like not even just your luck is spinning as far as the wheel goes. It's like your whole life is starting to spin in a positive way. It almost feels like the imagery is coming through for you today or this week, where the wheel could be churning counterclockwise, which would represent, you know, things being abruptly changed in a negative way, but it feels like your entire life starting to spin in a beautifully positive and somewhat peaceful way, where your luck is changing and things start to fall into place a bit more easily. And I feel like it has a lot to do with you initiating and being content and standing up for who you're becoming, or who you are in general, and what makes you feel alive and passionate. Because see, when you do all those things that we're talking about with this Eight of Pentacles, look at what happens. The wheel starts turning for you. Your luck starts changing. People start seeing you in a different light. And who who and whatever is no longer meant for you and no longer aligned with this true self that you've become content with, that'll fall to the wayside, or they'll fall to the wayside. And that's just the way it's meant to be. And then the Knight of Cups to wrap up the week on Sunday. Yeah, it feels like your creativity actually does continue throughout the weekend. Interesting, I said before, like the creativity will not really be there up until Friday, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I feel like your creativity will be through the roof. And it's one of those situations where when you get into this mindset and into this energy field where you feel creative and very much so alive in who you are, and you start to, in a way, put that towards or into your work, however it pertains to you, you just kind of roll with it. It's sort of like when you get the cleaning bug. So why would you fight that? You just go with it, and then you kind of can't stop once you get started. But in this case, it's with your creativity and you being who you are. And so once you start that, you kind of feel like you can't stop. And it's amazing, because you're just going to start to see more and more amazing things transpire in your life. One after the other, after the other, after the other. Absolutely amazing. Let's finish off this beautiful reading by pulling a message or two from the Find Your Happy deck. What do we have for Gemini to wrap up this weekly read? Thank you, Spirit. We have another one for Gemini. Well, we got 4 now. Put these to the side. First off, my friend, we have difficult situations lead to divine solutions. Yep. Whatever difficult situations you've been dealing with recently, you know, and this could be a lot to do with whatever changes you've been dealing with, they happen for a reason. It's destined. Everything happens for a reason. And essentially what it's leading to is better solutions for you and for your life. And it's almost sometimes like a difficult situation could be a blessing in disguise, even if you don't fully realize it in the moment. It's one of those things you realize more so down the line. Something to keep in mind. And then we have, out of difficulties, grow new beginnings. I trust the process. Both about difficulties. And it's almost building off of what I was just saying, where these difficult situations lead to new beginnings for you and your life as a whole. And it reminds you to trust the process, to trust the divine, trust spirit and the universe and where things are heading, even if you don't have all the answers right away. Because everything will fall into place eventually. And then I believe in the person I am becoming. Yes, Gemini. Whoever you're becoming is amazing and beautiful, and you're shining on an individual light this week and moving forward. Be proud of it, embrace it, be one with who you are. And then my life gets better by change, not chance. It's no coincidence that your life is starting to develop into the way it's meant to be, because I feel like you've been initiating some changes. And it reminds you that you can't just sit back and expect things to improve or for things to fall into place the way you want to. Yes, of course, in some ways things do start to fall into place naturally, but not without some hard work and change on an inner level and a physical level. On that note, this week, as the changes do go along, make sure you're empowering yourself and you're enjoying the journey, and realizing that anything is possible at this time, and that you can truly face whatever difficulties do pop up along the week. And embrace this magical creativity at the end of the week when it does come along. Excellent. So on that note, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel, and head on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your personal situation. And while you're down there, don't forget to shoot me an email about booking a personal reading. And I hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. And bye, Gemini.